Welcome back, Spookies, to another episode of Slaughter Film Survivors, episode 5. We've made it this far.
Each week, we travel through the silver screen discussing some of the most popular and obscure horror movies while coming face to face with their creature. Normally slasher, but we're going to get the creature this time.
Creature, that's fair. We will be analyzing their backstories, physical feats, abilities, and any weaknesses to determine our best survival plan. Will we rise as victors or sink as villains? As
You
this
decide.
episode, we're going to be diving right in. You decide. So, Scotty, where are we going this week?
So here in episode 5, we are headed to Amity Island in New York. Be careful before you go in the water, because today we're up against Jaws. In the fear of Amity losing revenue and losing tourism, the town is not fully aware they're in danger of a giant shark prowling the beaches. What will be the best way to survive and stop Jaws? Let's dive in, no pun intended. And you viewers can decide if our plan to stop the shark will prevail.
All right. So, as always, we're your hosts, Jade.
Scott.
Sohan.
And today we are joined once again by the infamous Lurker. Thank you for coming back after episode 2. Today, us 4 are up against a 20-foot great white shark. As always, viewer discretion is advised. We will be talking about murder, and of course
murder.
And the possible animal abuse.
Yeah, and slight animal abuse.
Well, we gotta survive, so that's kind of the only option here.
And of course, spoiler alert, we will be talking about the original Jaws movie. If for some reason you haven't seen that movie yet, what are you doing? Go grab your popcorn, watch the movie, and come back.
If for some reason you haven't seen that movie yet, you must be really young.
Living under a rock?
Yeah, they've been living underground like Brendan Fraser in that one movie.
Like, if anybody says Jaws, everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's like not a nickname when you go to the dentist and get braces. It's Jaws. It's a shark, right? Like,
yeah, everybody has done it to their friends when you're in the water going dun 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 dun.
So true. I was swimming off the Gulf of Mexico and somebody was like, shark!
Yeah, that's...
Man, I booked it so fast.
Yes.
There was no shark.
Or like those swimmers who have the shark fin things they put on their head and they go swimming around.
Oh my god. They are a high class of jerk.
A high class of jerk.
Alright, well, yeah, let's dive right in.
We have a studio audience of the doggos today.
Yes, we have a studio audience of the dogs. Please ignore them. There's 3 of them in my neighbor's backyard. Yep. But it is really, really hot, so I have the window open and the fan running because it is a very hot fall right now. Speaking of fall, if you guys haven't already, feel free to check out the website down below. We have been releasing new merch for the past couple days, and we're also doing Double Point Month. So, you have a chance to get some pretty cool prizes if you fill up your punch cards.
It's better than a free coffee from Dunkin', like, much better. Like, when you get enough points.
I don't know what's better. I like coffee.
Yeah.
That's what we're bringing on the boat. We're bringing coffee.
Gonna need that. I feel like we gotta keep our distance from Jaws. If he gets too close to us at any point, we're pretty much screwed.
We can make the shark OD on coffee.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is our best survival plan of killing the shark without further polluting the ocean?
Gosh, what would a shark that was ODing on coffee look like? That sounds scary too. Dead. Yeah. Well, by that point, after he'd be dead. Yeah. What's our survival plan? I'm not going with a sacrifice on this one because I can't do that every single time. You can't just...
Really? Yeah, we can't just sacrifice people.
So, we can't have someone be shark bait? Ooh-ha.
I'm brave, but I'm not that brave.
Shark bait.
Yeah, I'm brave, but not that brave.
I don't think we need to bring out the Wheel of Pain this episode. Woo!
Don't.
Nope.
Okay. So should we make it interesting? Should we have a limit of what we're allowed to bring on the boat?
Sure. Yeah, because if we can't overload the boat because we'll capsize.
Yeah, so you can't be like, I'm bringing a bazooka.
We can't bring a cannon.
No, we can't bring a cannon. We gotta be somewhat realistic. So we were able to convince the police chief to let's borrow a boat so we can go out and hunt this shark. What do we think we would bring to hunt down this shark?
And why did the police chief put his confidence in us three? Because we are
Because
the.
he's terrified of the water and he didn't want to go out there to begin with.
Yeah, they don't pay him enough for that. Just send us out there.
A rifle would be good.
Should I feed Jaws some more bad cooking? I mean, he'll eat anything, right?
Yes, it's a shark. You'll probably eat it.
Right. That's an option.
Bring some like fish bait.
Yes. A fish.
Yeah, I think we should. If we're bringing fish bait, though, we should definitely keep it in closed containers in a place where we can keep it still, so it doesn't like spill over on the boat.
Just go to like a store where they sell fish or like a pet store type of thing and ask them, "Do you have anything that we could use against a shark in here?"
I'm thinking we should bring some tranquilizer darts.
Well, yeah, that'd be an easy way. Yeah.
It's the rifle.
Who's gonna aim good with the tranquilizer darts? You don't want to miss. So I don't know who's.
Well, unfortunately, our two hunters aren't here this episode, but they're really good with guns. I'm decent with a bow, but I've never shot a gun.
Yeah, that's an instant no in your house.
Are we bringing a shark cage? Do we dare try to bring a shark cage to go down into the water?
Sure.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do?
No.
Oh, we might need the Wheel of Pain to see who goes in the Shark Tank.
Because that didn't work out so good for them when they did it.
Yep.
No.
Did not.
Especially because the shark is already territorial and curious, so it sees a cage and it's gonna go, ooh, what's that?
I don't know. We can go find another big shark and let it loose in the ocean, just like shark against shark.
No!
No!
Didn't we learn our lesson from episode 2?
I don't think so.
No, we didn't, because we have 3 Michelangelos.
Yeah.
And a Bowser Jr.
So, well, I don't know. Feed Jaws something he can't chew on.
So what I'm thinking is we get an underwater camera with the GPS system on it. Hopefully he eats it. Then if he eats it, we can track the GPS so we know exactly where he is.
Yeah, we can just tag him.
Yeah, tag him in some way.
Tag him.
That's what... I'm going to butcher this.
So what, we're not going to kill Jaws, we're just going to study him for the rest of his life. How many people does he kill? He is tagged. We will...
No. But like, how many times in the movie did they lose him?
If we tag him, we can know where he mostly his base is.
Like where he is when he's not being actively a terrorist?
How are we going to get close enough to him to tag him? And by that point, I'd be like, we're close enough. We might as well end it at this one.
If we can get close to him with like small spear, we can just stick it in him.
Yep. If not, we're not paralyzed in fear by this 20-foot shark in front of our face. But
I think I'd be amazed as long as I was on the boat. If I was in the water, I'll be that one kid that's
it
like...
better not take that long, because we might want to go in the morning, because if we get stuck out there on the boat facing him and it gets dark, you're not going to be too happy.
Yeah. So keep the chum in closed containers so it doesn't spill all over the boat, because we might end up attracting the wrong shark.
A plug? Where?
He's Jaws.
Yeah.
He was ruining all his teeth?
That's actually quite funny. He's Jaws, just give him a jaw breaker. That's actually... The
How about
Jaws
we just
jawbreaker.
feed him a grenade?
Yeah, if we can acquire one. We're trying to be so like I can't think of words, but
If you can gouge him in the eyes, he'd probably take off.
well, then he'd be blind.
I believe on sharks, the nose and the gills are most sensitive.
Yes, the snout and the gills.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the snout is just right above the teeth.
Yep.
Okay, so maybe we can't find a grenade, but like, what about fireworks?
That would maybe distract it. I don't distract Jaws.
Just make a grenade.
Stuff him with fireworks and send him ablaze.
Pro-
If you're in the water,
That will work.
ain't much you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, no. I feel like
Yeah, like the town of Amity doesn't have any nukes offhand. We can just grab, unfortunately.
yeah.
Yeah, but can you imagine how pretty that would be?
Huge ass fire.
Nuclear bomb isn't very pretty. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
I'm sure
we could probably make a grenade.
I'm not gonna type that in Google right now, but
Let's
maybe.
not.
There's definitely
FBI, open up.
There's a YouTube.
For research purposes,
Right. We do.
Yeah, we'll have a new like section of the show. Ask Google. Like go to
That is actually a really good idea.
like I'll type in Google. How would you kill Jaws? Like
Like,
Well, see, in the book, Jaws just died from the amount of injuries that he received because he got stabbed a bunch of times with spears. But in the movie, he got blown up with an oxygen tank.
yep.
yeah.
oh, they're giving me video games like how to kill Jaws in this video game.
You can find a YouTube tutorial for everything at this point.
Well, I mean, I can think of a few ways. As inhumane as this is, cutting off his fins.
That'd be tough.
No,
Inhumane.
Just
we
to
can-
simply keep filling him with spears or attack him with a mini sub until his power is
can-
completely drained. Jaws will never return again. Oh, that's
We
probably
can-
another
Until
video game
2, and then
but
3.
yeah,
good poison the fish.
the original
If you-
Nintendo Jaws game.
It's probably bad.
But, like, we're assuming that Jaws was just, like, a regular great white shark. So it's not like he's, like, a super tank. Like, eventually his injuries would catch up to him. Or he'd attract something else.
Well, this is like us, so we have to come up with something. Yeah, but like we're just gonna say what they did in the movie, and we're gonna do that ourselves. That's not how this show works.
Nope.
We have to come
Nope,
up
that's
with
not how
something.
the So, we get a herd of dolphins.
Okay, that's dolphins.
We
are smart.
convince the dolphins to beat up Jaws.
I feel like we can go with trap in this. We could try trapping Jaws.
Capture?
Capture, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but once we capture him, what are we gonna do?
We'll bring him to an aquarium where he will die.
Yeah, that's actually an option.
Because for some reason,
Yeah.
great whites die in captivity.
Yep. Because they can't swim backwards, so they'll just keep swimming forward and they'll smash right into their tank.
Yep. Yeah, I'd have to have his own tank.
Yeah, that tank would have to be huge.
It kind of reminds me, I'll just refer to another movie, the Jurassic World movie, where the fish comes up and...
Yeah, the Mimosasaurus.
Yes,
That thing gives me nightmares.
that was a crazy ending.
Like when the girl was being dunked in the tank, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that was a crazy scene in that one.
No, my favorite part of Jurassic World, when the thing jumped out and saved the day.
Right? It just knew. Also, that would be like just a note, like that would be fun, like us trying to survive Jurassic Park and Jurassic World.
That would be another good one.
Wink, wink. Might be in season 2. So a 20-foot shark. I feel like as long as we stay on the boat, we should be fine. Nobody try to be a hero. But just in case, we bring some rope and a life jacket.
It's bare minimum, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're not gonna let us on the boat anyway without life vests,
Yeah.
because they always check that stuff before you leave.
They had alcohol.
We do not need alcohol.
At least not too much.
We just make those. We just make the bottle with the alcohol and the rags. Ah!
Yeah, just Molotov cocktail Jaws. Molotov
I
cocktail.
don't think that will work, but you can try.
What'd you do with your thing?
We're being greeted again by a special guest.
Yep. Dressed
Cheers! Dressed for the fight.
Cheers.
He does look like he's ready to go kill a shark.
Yeah.
for the
To get my grenade launcher.
I love how at the beginning of this, I was like, how can we best kill Jaws without further polluting the ocean?
I guess
Fire bottles and grenades.
I guess chemicals are not out of the option too.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
mean, as long as we're careful.
You can get them
Yeah,
lost
we'll
in
do
that
this.
garbage patch. That's in the
All we gotta do is poison a couple of fish and just feed it to them.
That's an idea.
But how long would it take for him to digest that and die?
Probably too long.
Yeah.
It's a good idea though.
Yeah, poison the fish.
How long does it take a great white shark to digest its food?
Here is some
Catfish,
information for
cyanide.
how long do sharks take to digest food? According to elasmo-research.org, they found that the sharks began initial voiding of undigested matter some 16 to 17 hours after feeding, and that to completely empty the digestive tract required an astonishing 68 to 82 hours.
That's a while.
So we'd all be dead
Yeah.
before it digested its food.
Damn.
They found like body parts in sharks before.
Well, I mean, if we wanted to poison him, I think the best way to do it would be to like get a syringe of something. Just
Ricin.
stab it right into him.
Yeah.
Get into his bloodstream because the bloodstream works faster than anything.
That is true.
But that also means that somebody has to be close enough to do it.
Spear comes in handy.
Also, we never actually discussed who's driving this boat.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I can drive boats. I've done it before. I'm gonna do a really good job. It's not gonna end up like I know our sleepaway camp. I actually know how to drive the boat.
Okay, we're against the giant shark this time. I have faith in you. I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope you could drive this boat.
Well, you know, as long as we put it in park, we should be fine. Maybe put
Yeah.
an anchor down.
As long as we don't just drift out to
Play
sea.
anchor.
We would just drop an anchor on him.
Or someone just gets close enough to him and then there's somebody else, like, drops down on him or something. Like,
What do you mean drops down on him? Like
well, I don't know. If we have a
Shark
boat
Wrangler?
or a sailboat that has sails, like, or a higher deck of the boat or
we're not
something.
jumping the shark.
How did they kill him in the movie? They like didn't they blow him up?
With an oxygen tank, and then they
Oh.
shot the oxygen tank while it was in his mouth. And
The old shoot the oxygen tank. Huh?
but
Die, you
the book
son
wasn't
of a-
like that. In the book, he just went off and died from his injuries.
Yeah, he died because he got stabbed by like 4 spears in pretty vital areas.
That's more realistic.
I know.
The oxygen tank.
Worst comes to worst, we could try drying him out. Like if we got a rope around his tail and held him up above the boat,
Yeah, just beach
he
him.
would be able to breathe without water.
Yeah, you can beach him.
Yeah, we could beach him. That's an option.
Lure him to where there's a sandbar and just beach him.
Nah, he's too smart for that.
Unless he's hungry.
Well, even then, he knows not to risk going into shallow waters because then he could get stuck.
So we'd literally have to get him attached to something and drag him on the shore.
Yep.
Get one of those shark cages and just blast
Yeah.
them with
Once we
spears.
hoist him up, pull out the sticks and beat him like a piñata.
That's
It's a
fine.
pinata!
Jaws pinata.
Except where candy ain't coming out of it. Guts are.
Suddenly,
so that-
as we're attacking Jaws, Megalodon appears and then he takes him out.
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened in the Meg. They had the shark up, and then the other one fucking jumped on the boat and nabbed it.
Yeah. It's like we thought Jaws was bad. Well, Megalodon.
We are not dealing with the Meg this episode.
All right. Well, that's not gonna work. What else do we got? What other options?
So far we got grenade/grenade launcher, beaching him, and then beating him like a pinata.
Poison.
Poison,
Mm-hmm. Capture.
shooting, capture. Capture might be a little bit more difficult to do because that means we have to get pretty close.
Call in an airstrike. I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna send in the Navy.
there you go.
Remember when you said we had to keep this realistic?
Well,
You need the military to get this job done.
The entire military so they can kill a single
Yeah,
person.
tell the military.
no, we need the tourism in this town. Don't send in the military. It's not as
Tell the military it's a communist shark.
Imagine that they're like, we have to keep this under wraps, and then you just hear a bunch of explosions going off because we're throwing grenades at it.
Man, just tell them it's a weapons testing.
yeah, weapons testing.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough one.
I don't even know how we'd get a dolphin though. I don't think the dolphin's a realistic plan.
Dolphins are pretty mean though.
If you were to have shrimp boats, yeah, most likely dolphins would most likely be there.
Yeah, that's why I think we need the tracker, just in case he slips us.
We could also, even if we couldn't track him, we could use a sonar.
That's fair. Oh, there's a 20-foot thing swimming. I think that's him.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't bash
Also,
into the
I just
boat.
realized explosions are probably not a good idea because, like, let's say he swallows a grenade and then he swims right under the boat.
Yeah, that would be bad.
He's like, if I'm going out, I'm taking you with me. So maybe hold off on the grenades
Yeah.
and the fireworks. Anything that could end up damaging the boat.
Let's see, what else?
Got an idea. Instead of a grenade, C4
Yeah,
What if it blows up the boat?
with a
We're in
wire
the boat.
detonator.
Oh, we just gotta make sure he swims off far enough.
Yes.
That reminds me. Yeah, I guess C4 does have a thing. I forgot.
yes, remotely
One time I was playing a game.
remote detonation. We can pick when we want to actually explode it.
I threw some C4 at a door once in a video game, and I ran off, and then I blew myself up because it bounced off the door onto my leg, and I didn't know it. We tried. C4 could be an option. Would we get him to eat it, or would we just attach it to him?
We put it in a fish.
Oh,
No difference.
it's gonna be okay if it gets wet.
You can cut it. You can do anything to it as long as you don't put a detonator on it.
I think just for fun, we should all bring wetsuits just in case the boat does sink for whatever reason.
They do have this special type of diving suit that does come with chainmail inside of it.
Yeah, just in case he tries to take a bite out of one of us.
Yeah, anything that doesn't actually draw blood.
Yeah, but then there's still the thing, if he does somehow end up getting one of us in his mouth, he can either pull us under and drown us, or he can use us as a battering ram. Because sharks have been known to throw their prey up in the air and just hit it.
Too bad we couldn't just we can.
I've seen a shark do that to a seal.
Armor the
Yeah, those
boat.
things are armor the boat.
A little, if that's possible. Although I don't know.
Let's just at least make sure the boat's not made out of wood. Because then he takes one bite out of it. That puppy's going down. And we're going to need a bigger boat.
Just like the movie.
So, guys, what do you think our boat would be called? What are we naming it?
The Oracle.
SS Oracle?
Sure.
God.
Not a bad boat name.
I suppose if I'm the one freaking driving it.
Yep.
That's sinking ship.
I can make this thing go 0 to 20 in 5 minutes.
So fast.
Uh-huh. Because it's not like we want a speedboat.
Oh no!
Although one of us
It's
could be
too
driving
small
a
to fight
speedboat. I
Jaws.
don't know.
Oh, that is too small to fight Jaws.
We want a sea boat? Oh, that would be like a bad idea. Like we have a net attached to the speedboat and the regular boat, and then we like get him caught in there, and then we just push him onto land, preferably
And
away
then
from
maybe.
tourists.
Then we get our sticks and we beat them like a pinata.
Yeah.
No, all the people who's coming in for the vacation come run
That
down to the beach
reminds
with
me of
pinata.
a video I've seen actually from the
Profit.
reminds me of a video from the 1970s where there was a beached whale that was on a just a beached whale, gigantic whale, and to get rid of it, they decided to put dynamite in this whale. And when this dynamite exploded, there was like pieces of this whale within a half-mile radius of the beach, and people
Yeah,
just
Let's
said,
not do that.
so I don't
Well,
I
know.
feel like that's gonna look bad. I feel like that's gonna look bad for the
they
tourists.
do that because eventually the whale's gonna blow it up and it's gonna explode anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole town of Amity can go home with a piece of Jaws.
And
We
they
kill
can't.
it, clean it, and cook it.
Yeah, that's a tourist attraction. There you go.
Yeah, we're not the Japanese. We can't do that.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Isn't that technically like cannibalism? Because like it ate people.
Oh God!
No.
You know what?
So
It's not how that works.
But like what? Like because we can't like eat the digestive tract, obviously, or the stomach because it's eating people.
I think they eat the fin.
Also, I feel like that's somewhat disrespectful of the people that died.
We ate what just ate you.
Right? We're eating the like. Imagine like that old lady. She's like, "You're eating the shark that ate my boy."
Do people
We're
eat
avenging
shark?
your boy.
I think they do.
I don't know.
Tasty way.
Not sure.
Who eats shark?
The
I have
Chinese.
not eaten it before, but I'd give it a go. Okay, so are we thinking that the net might be an option? Because like, could
Yes,
he
it
just swim under it?
You
It's
need a
no.
seriously big net, and I don't know how you would be able to manipulate a net that size, unless it was.
That's fair. And also, there's a chance he could swim out of it or swim forward and just swim around it.
I mean, although if we put a bunch of nets and everything in the water, maybe we can tangle him up in it, and then wouldn't be able to. If you got him, fish get tangled up in nets and all that. It's kind of like a turtle who gets one of those packs of soda things around them, and then they're in bad shape. I don't know, but if we tangle them up in all kinds of nets and everything, it might slow them down enough for us to actually take them out.
Which is where the GPS would come in handy, because then we'd know exactly where he was. Or we set up a trap for him by dripping a bunch of bait.
I do think that's a good idea,
Hoping-
just getting him tangled up in a lot of nets.
And then we drag him to shore.
Yeah, once he can't
Then we
swim very well
take it.
anymore.
Yeah. Because at that point, crisis averted. Then we'll put him out of his misery.
Yeah, we'll force him to breathe air.
Yeah, because I don't want him to like suffer, because that's animal abuse, but he does need to be put down.
Yeah, trying to save a town, but that's animal abuse. We have to put him down quietly. This whole town has PTSD from Jaws, but we just have to put him down very nicely as possible.
Our four butts like fucking carrying a dead shark carcass across the beach in the middle of the
Although
night.
we're going to use chemical weapons, grenades, poison, but that we're...
No animal abuse though. Just
Well, I mean, no unnecessary animal cruelty. Like, not torturing him once we have him. Experimenting on him.
I mean, I bet you some biologists would probably want to experiment on him, but
Yeah, try to figure out why he chose Amity. Why
yeah,
he suddenly had a taste for human flesh.
more than other sharks. Yeah.
Because most of the
No.
time, sharks will bite something and be like, I don't like this, and then leave it alone.
Yep. We
But
did
this
watch that
shark in
part.
particular, he started having a taste for human meat. And then
And a lot
Amity
of it.
was an all-you-can-eat buffet.
A lot of it too.
Mm-hmm. So I definitely think our best bet would be to try to corner him when there's nobody at the beaches.
That. What times would that be? Like,
I want to say early
early.
morning or night.
night's
Because
not a
the
good
minute
option.
he hears a vibration in the water, he's going to be less distracted by us and more distracted as to what is that sound?
Yeah, the night would be a bad option, so I'm going with morning.
Early morning, like 2 a.m.,
That's still probably nighttime.
3
But
p.m., 3 a.m.,
it's still probably dark.
5
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah. There you go. Sunrise.
Got it, okay. We can like stay in the boat overnight and just monitor,
Sure. But
track
yeah.
where he's going.
All right.
We could have 2 boats. One's on observation, the other one's setting up the trap. Because you know how long it would take to probably set all those nets up?
Good while. If we do it right, it would take a while.
Right? I hope so. We go and we get a shark cage. And we put a dead body in there. Cover it in bait. And watch the chaos.
Yeah, like, okay. I guess someone who just passed away. Like, they're gonna just hand it to us.
Probably not.
Just find somebody that said, I want to be buried at sea by a shark. Like, here you go. This is your wish come true when you passed away. So we get a body to use as bait.
Yeah, it's probably not the best idea. It's a little
Imagine
insensitive,
like
isn't
writing
it?
that in your will. I want to be fed to a shark after I die.
Reuse, reduce, recycle.
Well, we had a
Yeah,
lot of
so,
options. There's a lot of options that we had.
Yes, we
yeah.
do multiple options.
Just depends on which one do we think is going to be like our plan A. Like, what is the first thing we're going to do once we tag him so we know where he's going?
Make
Should we
sure.
try the nets?
Yeah, I try the nets and just make sure other people at the beach don't get killed.
That's true. That's why I think it would be useful if we had 2 boats. Somebody would be on observation with a rifle, and then the other 2 would be setting up the nets.
Yeah, I can do the nets.
Team A to Team B, how's it looking? Over.
Going good. Over
Sound
here.
good?
There's a
Those
lot of
shark in
steps.
sight.
There's a
Over.
lot of steps to these plans.
Right, we have a lot of stuff. So that's because we always try to come prepared so we don't die.
Yeah, well, that's what we have to do is survive. That's the name of the game.
Yep, so I think as long as we stay vigilant, stay smart, and we aren't cocky, we should live.
Yep, I don't think I'd be too cocky.
Like that one guy. He was like, I can hunt this shark. I can do it, and then he got eaten. And his boat got destroyed.
Yeah.
I think the sad thing was his death was accidental because Jaws was just trying to get his butt back in the water so he could breathe. He just happened to take this poor dude with him.
Huh. Um. So I think that's our best plan, right?
Alright, and then if each of us had to take a weapon just in case, what would we bring?
Probably
Rifle.
anything that has to do with a projectile.
That probably brings some sort of a gun. I'm not too adverse in guns, but I'm sure you guys would like give me something and you're like, this is what you're gonna use. Cool.
I mean, it may
It's
not
like
be the same, but you're good at the gun games in the mall. I'm sure you.
the gun games in the oh my gosh.
So yeah, you.
Really? You're gonna bring up the Ghost Hunter game?
Yep, that's what I'm referring to.
It's a handgun. Thank you, Spookies, for staying tuned for episode 5 as always. If you guys haven't already, make sure to watch episode 1 through 4. This is a very exciting month as we will be releasing more Halloween merchandise, so you can feel free to use the link below to go to the store. And it is also double points month, so keep that in mind because you might earn some cool prizes. Does anyone have any closing statements?
I don't know. We have a chance against Jaws here, so I wish we can. It's like we can. We had a mock way to like play this out, like in front of us to try some of our plans.
Yeah, but do keep in mind that you guys do decide if we survive or if we die. So make sure to put in the comments Team Slasher if you think Jaws defeated us all, or Team Survivor if you think that we have outsmarted the Jaws of Amity.
Yes.
Yes. And do not jump the shark. Learn from Happy Days.
Don't
Very
jump
wise
the
words.
shark.
Special thank you to Sohan, Lurker, and of course our special guest, Scott. The other Scott.
Yeah, the other.
Thank you so much to everybody who joined, and make sure to stay tuned because you never know who we might be fighting next. Have a spooky week.